So hello everybody. Today we are on September 10th, 2022, Global Shiatsu Virtual Gathering. Today's presenter is Keith Stewart in UK. I am so pleased to have Keith. Let's put the both hands together and meditate, and we start our gathering. Namu Shinyo Ichi Nyoto Toki Miho Toke o Nenji Tate Matsuru Zangi Zange Rokkon Zaisho Metsujo Monno Metsujo Honsho Om Saraba Tathagata Hanana no Kyaromi. Let's bow to the people. Let's bow to this earth. Let's appreciate today's gathering and universal energy to support us to keep going with Shiatsu. So I'm pleased to have Keith. Thank you. Keith has been studying martial arts, and he found Shiatsu very effective, and he touched people, and everybody loves his soul, everybody loves his touch, and Keith said people just keep coming, and he realized this is the mission he needs to continue to pursue. So Keith, tell us your training.
Yeah, okay. Well, hi everyone. I'm happy to be here. I think maybe I'll close this window so the sun is not shining in my face, if that's okay. One moment.
Sure.
There we are. That's better.
Great.
So yeah, I started martial arts training, karate, Shotokan karate, 1972, a long time ago now. I practiced that way for more than 10 years, and then I was introduced to Shiatsu, quite accidentally actually. I was looking for a yoga class, and I found out about Shiatsu, went to the Shiatsu class, and was hooked more or less immediately. And I practiced that for about 6 months just for fun, and then people started asking me for Shiatsu, so I thought perhaps I should take it a bit more seriously and learn how to do Shiatsu properly. So that's where it started in 1985, and I've been practicing ever since. Probably till I think maybe I came a Shiatsu practitioner in 1988, and then in 91 Shiatsu teacher. I founded a Shiatsu school then, and had been working with Pauline Sasaki, and found her to be a fantastic teacher. But she said to me, if you ever get the chance to work with this guy Kishi, you should go and work with him. So Kishi came to the UK again in 92, and I went along to work with him. And to be honest, I had no idea what he was actually doing. He didn't say anything. It looked all very esoteric and very strange. But there was something about the guy, something that he was doing. I thought maybe I need to pursue this. I think maybe I explained this to Kumiko again, but I'll tell you guys. So at the end of the workshop, I think maybe there was 40, 50 people. Well, they're very high up, the Shiatsu practitioners were there. And I went to talk to Kishi and just to thank him for the seminar. I said, thank you very much. I'm not sure what you were doing, but it was very good. And I went to shake his hand, and I gave him a very strong, manly handshake. And this poor little hand just crumpled in my strong grip, and I thought, oh dear, this guy's very sensitive, and I feel like an oaf. And from that point on, I thought, yeah, I need to work with this man and see just exactly what he's doing. And that was it. And I worked with him from that point right to the day he died. I spent a lot of time with him. He came to my house every year for 20 years. He stayed in my house. I went to his house in Japan. I followed him through the UK and in Europe. So I worked with him a lot of times. And I think I'm still working with him now. His spirit is still with me. And there's not a day goes by that I don't think about him. So he had a profound effect on my practice, but also my life. So, and my wife also, he had a big impact on my life and my daughter. So because he lived here in my house with his wife and my family, we got to know each other on quite an intimate level, not just in the dojo, but we spent time together socially. And indeed, that was a lot of the time, the teaching, the transmission was passed on, not in the dojo, but outside the dojo, at the dinner table or wherever, outside walking in nature. And as I say, his influence on me was profound. And so I practiced Sei Ki more and more, and not so much the traditional Shiatsu anymore. I founded a school in 91, but I think it was 1998, I decided that I would dissolve the Shiatsu school and just focus completely on the Sei Ki practice. And so I've been doing that for a long time. So I call my style Sei Ki Uzuki. So Sei Ki was Kishi's style, he called for his research and development. Sei Ki, loosely translated, means universal energy. And Uzuki, it means spiral or power of the spiral. So universal energy and the power of the spiral is my particular style. And there are 4 aspects to this practice. First one is Katsugen, or spontaneous movement. Second is Gyoki, which is a milder form of Katsugen. And then Soho, which is treatment. And then also something called Kotodama, or the divine sound. So we use sound, vibration in the body with the practice. Mainly this is for teaching people or teaching practitioners, although I do share this with clients as well, depending on how they feel and how interested they are. Maybe I give them some Kotodama sounds to take away with them and they can practice at home. So today I think I'd like to share some practical stuff with you. We can do a little bit of each of it, some Katsugen or some loose spontaneous movement, and we can see how you feel. If you don't want, and you can just watch, that's no problem. But maybe, if you feel inspired, then you can join in and we'll do some work together. But before we do that, let me just kind of give a little bit more background. So the title of this talk is Make Space and Change Happens Naturally. So in our work, we don't use heavy pressure. We don't work the meridians that much, although the meridians do have a small aspect in our work. But basically what we're doing is making space for the client themselves to recognize their own distortions and allow their ki or their original movement to go there and unblock these areas of stagnation. So we make space, we make contact on the body or off the body, and the client feels their own internal movement and allow their ki to move through the blocked areas, if you like. If I can get a proper resonance with that person and meet them on the same level, not higher or lower, but on the same, and a proper ki resonance, then the areas of stagnation and points begin to show on their body, and I go there. So I haven't got a preconceived plan beforehand as to what I want to do. I don't do diagnosis or hard diagnosis or anything like that. I make contact, And I'll give you show a couple of points later on that I think are really quite powerful and effective, and you can take them away and play with them yourselves. So I think that's probably all I want to say at the moment. Maybe we can do some gentle, spontaneous movement. So, but if you don't want, just watch, that's fine, no problem. So if you'd like to stand up, you can stand up with me. And here we are. So first of all, place the thumbs in the hands and closed, big fists. We bring the hands up and inhale, and then I pull the shoulder blades together and tighten the back of the neck. And release. So I pull down, I exhale, tighten the back of the neck, out, 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 release, and we let the breath come in. So these exercises called taisos are preparation exercises so that the body can release and begin to find its own movement. So let's try together. We'll only do this one 3 times. So thumbs in, hands up, and I breathe in. Pull the shoulder blades together, tighten the back of the neck, and breathe out completely till there's nothing left. Release. And let the breath rush in, create a vacuum. One more, breathe in, breathe out. And last one. Inhale, thumbs in, exhale. And the next one. Inhale, and I twist. Come up on the back foot. Exhale, exhale, exhale. There's nothing left. Release. Inhale. And again, the other side. In and out. Release. And again, breathe in. Breathe out. Twist. Breathe out completely. Drop the arms. Let the breath come in by itself. We're creating a vacuum as we exhale, and then when we move in, out. Very good. And final one. Place the fingers in the solar plexus. Come down 2 fingers. And just watch first. Let me demonstrate first. So I lean back and inhale from the side. I lean back and inhale. And then I press in gently and exhale. I breathe out, 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 out. So there's nothing left. And release the arms. And inhale, come back up, open up the whole chest. So let's try that together. So we're creating the vacuum. Solar plexus down 2 fingers. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, press. And up we go. One more time. Breathe in. Lean back. Press in gently. Very good. So now we've prepared and we inhale, come up onto the toes, and exhale. Inhale, hold the breath, stay in the balls of the feet, hold it, hold it, hold it, and exhale. And just let the body move by itself. Shake it out. Letting go of the shoulders, elbows, wrists, the legs, hip joints, knee joints, heel joints. Just let it happen. We'll do this for a couple of minutes. Feel movement. Keep it going. And breathe in and stop. Breathe easy. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And relax. And sit down. So this is a very gentle, spontaneous movement. In a class or in a treatment setting, we would do it much longer, perhaps 15, 20 minutes. What this does is releases the JKA, or the misplaced energy. In our style, most people have got too much energy. There's very, very few people who are lacking energy. Even though it looks like they're low in energy, actually they've got too much energy, stuck in all sorts of different places, particularly in the joints. So most people hold JKA or misplaced energy in the joints, of course in the internal organs as well. So this process of CATC, spontaneous movement, releases the JKA, yeah, and allows the body to turn into Sei Ki, or more universal energy, flowing energy. So that's the idea of CATC. At a more advanced level, CATC becomes more a breathing practice than a movement. Although people still move, it's working the breath, and the breath becomes spontaneous. Yeah, and again, we are exhaling the toxins through the breath, but from the bloodstream. So again, we're detoxifying and purifying. And this is one of the main aspects of our style, is we want to get the JKA out and allow the body to turn to Sei Ki, and then the Ki starts to order itself and balances internally. So this is the first practice that we normally do, is CATC or CATC Undo. This Sei Ki is not just a treatment therapy, it's a life practice. And there are many people, especially in Scotland, who don't do many treatments themselves, but they practice Sei Ki for their own life practice. So it's a daily practice, and it's about finding your originality, your authenticity through your own original movement. And nowadays, people, in particular young people, yeah, they use all sorts of things to stop that happening. I mean, deodorant is one, yeah, or things that stop you sweating, yeah, stops your movement. Yeah, the process of sweating is also CATC. It's eliminating toxins. And indeed, we try and stop ourselves crying, yeah, you know, the old saying, big boys don't cry. Well, crying also is CATC, the way of elimination, way of finding balance. But in this modern age, we stop all that, or try to stop it, so that we can't really express ourselves, and everything gets piled up on top of each other. More and more, we get stuck, we get full of misplaced energy, of JKA. So the idea is to get the JKA out, to turn the body to Sei Ki. It starts to order itself. Yeah. So we learn how to correct our own distortions. If we have to go to see a therapist all the time, then that habit itself becomes a distortion. We have to, at some point, take responsibility for ourselves. So this is one of the main aspects of our style, is that we hand back responsibility to the client or the practitioner, and they work with themselves to correct their own distortions. So that's Katsugen Undo. And now we're going to do the next practice, which is a little bit milder. But before that, we'll do some Koto Dama. So we'll work with sound, we vibrate internally, and this also releases the jaki, the misplaced energy. It vibrates inside the body. Very simple sounds. This is a very, very old practice, the Shinto practice, and it goes right back into antiquity. Millennia, thousands, at least 3,000 years, maybe more. And we'll start off with a very, very simple sound, and we'll see how we get on after that. So this time we'll do it sitting. I'll move further back. So we're sitting on a chair, sitting in Caesar. And the first sound is su. We bring the hands together and we make a hand sign. So this, and then this. We make the sound su. Armpits open, elbows bent. So just watch first and I'll do it. So here and there, and I make the sound su. Just around about the heart center. So let's try. Breathe in. Su. And again, one more time. Breathing in. And one more time, last one, breathe in. Arms together, close the eyes and just feel inside the body. Feel where that vibration feels in your body. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Gentle breathing. Feel the vibration of su in your body. And open your eyes. And the next sound we're going to make is oo. And this is the hand sign. Just from here to there. Oo. So breathe in. And again. In. Last one. Breathe in. We bring the hands here and then we make the sound. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And open your eyes. Excuse me. Okay, the next one is here. Place the left hand on top of the right, and the sound is ah. Breathe in. Oh. And again, breathe in. Oh. And last time, one more time. Breathe in. Oh. the hand down, the hand down point, and this time the sound is O. Breathe in. O. Breathe in. O. And last one again. Breathe in. O. Thumbs together. Very good. So we're here. O. Next time is sound is E. We bring the palms together like so. Breathe in. Again. Then. Very good. Last one. In. And the final sound in the final movement is E, and we bring the hands apart to here. So breathe in. E. One more time. Breathe in. E. Very good. Last one. And there we are. And that's the most basic Kotodama practice. Su, U, A, O, E, I. We'll try again now, one breath. This time, slightly different. We won't do Su. So we do A, O, U, E, I. See if you can feel it in your body. Where does it resonate in your body? A, O, U, E, I. We'll do it individually. Let's try. Breathe in. O. O. And relax, close the eyes, breathe in through the nose. Imagine you're breathing in through the nose over the top of your head, down your spine, into the Hatha. Exhale, up the inside front of the body and out the mouth, making a circuit. Close the eyes, so. Shinto breathing, in through the nose, over the top of the head, down the spine into the heart. Feel it swirling there. Feel it spiraling in the lower heart. Exhale up the inside front of the body and out the mouth. Easy breathing. And open the eyes. Better. So let's try this time. One breath and allow the movement. So here's A, O, U, E, E. But let me give you a clue where the sound is. The A is rising. O, quite simple, as you bring the hand down, it resonates in the heart. U, in the heart center. E, in the throat. In the central channel, but in particular the throat. Feel it resonate in there. And then E, from the eyebrow centers out to the sides. So A is up, O is down into the hara, U, the heart center, E into the throat, and then E from the eyebrow center in. See if you can feel that in your body. And let's try with one breath. Away. Breathe in. Oh. And again, breathe in. Last time, all the way. Breathe in. And again, come back to Shinto breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And open the eyes. And there we are. So, did you feel it resonate in your body? Could you feel the different sounds? Were some areas more easier to feel than the others? What do you think? If you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer your questions now, or we can carry on and do some more practice. So, let me know. You can put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, we'll carry on. So, no questions? Very good. So this is the most simple Gotodama practice. In our style, there are 75 different sounds. The 75 sounds make up the Japanese language. In fact, let me show you the chart. So this is a Gotodama chart, and the A, O, U, E is the first line. The top line. So there's quite a bit of different sounds and syllables. Each sound has its own vibration, and each sound has its own spiral. So when we work with this, we work with something called Hachiriki, or the 8 movements of the spiral. And within those 8 become the 75, and then from there, multiple spirals. So the chap that taught me this, Maida Sensei from Omoto-kyo in Japan, he said that this is the universe, the spiral and vibrating sound of the universe. So we practice this, our ki gets bigger and bigger, and we expel again the jaki. Yeah? So there's still this aspect of the Sei Ki to get the jaki out. This is the most important thing in our school. Get the jaki out, purify from internally, yeah, and then your ki becomes stronger and stronger, and then it's much easier to do treatments, and you can start to correct your own distortions. Okay, so we've done Katsugen, a very mild form of Katsugen. We've done some Gotodama. I'd like to show you something else now, which is the 4 gates. And if you want to generate internal ki, if you don't activate the 4 gates, then there's not that much happening. Yeah, okay, you'll feel some ki between your hands and stuff, but if you can get the floor gates to open, then it generates a tremendous amount of ki, and the arms and legs are then energetically connected to the spine. So let me show you. Some of you may have done this and may know about this already. If not, let's do so you can see exactly. So again, we stand up. And the four gates in here, in the groin and in the shoulder nest. This is the most important points in the body for connecting the arms and legs to the spine so that the body moves as one unit. When we're a small child, up to the age of, I don't know, 3, maybe 4, the body moves, it's all one unit. And then the child starts to copy its parents or its brothers and sisters or friends, and we start to lose that because we're copying. Perhaps as we get a bit older, we get an injury, we hurt our knee or something, so we take the weight off of this leg and put it into this to take the pressure off. Yeah, the knee perhaps gets better, but that habit is still there. Yeah, and then later on in life, some other injury, and then by the time we get into adulthood, we've got all sorts of different things that we're holding. Yeah, and we lose that internal integrity. If we can activate the 4 gates, then it connects again the arms and legs to the spine. So let's try a very simple exercise. Stand with your feet 45 degrees. Very simple. So in here contracts. Yeah, we're going to squat, and this area here compresses. And so we inhale. And we exhale. And then we inhale. So compressing them, we're opening this area. Let the arms come all the way up here. Hold the breath. Then exhale, and imagine you're exhaling down the arms and out the fingers. And again, inhale. Exhale. Close the lower gates. Open the lower gates. In. Open the gates in the shoulder nest. Hold the breath. Exhale down the arms and out the fingers. In. Feel the groin. Contract. Close. Open. Open the shoulder nests in here. Hold the breath. Exhale. And one more time. In. Exhale. Contracting the groin. In. Hold. Exhale. Bring the feet back together. Open the armpits, elbows slightly bent. Come back to Shinto breathing. Close the eyes. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And open the eyes again. So the most important part of this exercise is in here in the groin. And as you squat, the groin is compressed. As you open, the groin opens. And the ki is pumped from the legs up into the body. The shoulder nest in here, round about the lung area, lung point, opens, closes, or closes and opens. So the 4 gates are the most important areas in the whole body to pump energy, ki, to the arms and legs from the spine. Let's try one more. Again, very simple exercise. Interlock fingers. Inhale, turn the hands, exhale. Close the lower gaze, squat into the groin. In. Hold the breath. Exhale. Down the arms, out the fingers. In. And out. Open the groin. Open the shoulder nests. Exhale. Down the arms, out the fingers. One more time. In. And out. In. Hold. Exhale. Exhaling down the arms and out the fingers. Close the eyes. So, Shinto breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And open the eyes again. Next exercise. Inhale. And then exhale again. Close the groin. Squeeze the groin. Bring the arms up. Open the groin. Turn to the side. Hold the breath. Exhale. In. Out. Close the groin. Arms first. In. Open the groin. Continue to breathe in. Hold the breath. Turn to the side. Twist into the waist. Exhale. Two more, one either side. In. And out. In. Hold. Continue to hold. Exhale. Last one. In. And out. Close the groin. Squeeze. In. Open the groin. Hold the breath. Continue to hold. Exhale. Close the eyes, come back to Shinto breathing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Elbows slightly bent, armpits open. And now we open the eyes. Last exercise. Step the feet a little bit wider. Feet straight ahead, not to the sides, not 45 degrees. This time straight ahead. We inhale, and then we turn the arms. We roll the arm. Inhale, roll the arm, exhale, straight legs. All the way, exhale. Inhale, roll up the spine. Hold the breath. Turn the palms, exhale, down the arms, and out the fingers. Right. Now at this point, when you bring the arms down, as you get about this area here, you should feel a very powerful surge of ki coming down into the hands and fingers. So watch for that, look out for that. Let's try. So again, in, turn the arms, exhale, over we go, straight legs, let the head hang. Breathe out completely, in, roll up the spine. Hold the breath, turn the palms, exhale, feel the ki. Now coming down the arms and the fingers, see if you can feel that. There, you can feel it quite powerfully. Two more. Turn the arms, over we go. In, hold, turn, exhale. One more time. In, turn the arms, exhale. In, hold, turn the arms, really feel the ki coming down the arms into the fingers. Feel it there. Bring the feet back, hip width apart, open the elbows, open the armpits, and allow the ki to drop into the hands and fingers. Feel the hands filling up, getting warmer, perhaps throbbing, perhaps pulsing. Shito breathing. And relax. Okay, and then sit down again. If you're not already sitting down, please sit down. And we've generated quite a bit of internal ki. So first of all, we've done some katsugen, some spontaneous movement to shake it out. Then some kotodama to generate internal vibration, internal spirals. And then we work with the 4 gates, in particular the 2 low gates in the groin, yeah, to pump ki through the arms, through the legs, and particularly in the spine. So now we're going to bring this into the next aspect of Sei Ki style, Sei Ki practice, life practice, something called gyoki. Again, very simple. Gyoki means energy work, basically. Not unsimilar to the word qigong. Qigong is energy practice in Chinese. Gyoki, just energy work or energy practice in Japanese. But this is a specific Sei Ki practice. Coming from Kishi sensei. Very simple again, bring the palms together. Open the armpits, yeah, don't pull the armpits in. If you lock the armpits in, then the ki doesn't flow in the arms. And this is a really important point for Shiatsu practitioners or Sei Ki practitioners, body workers. If they're like this with the shoulders up and the armpits closed, then the ki doesn't flow. Yeah? Of course, there will be a little bit of ki, yeah. But if you have the armpits open, the elbows slightly open, yeah, the ki really flows in to your client or your patient. So this is a really important point. Don't lock the shoulders and the armpits. Open the armpits here. Close the eyes. Look into the back of the eyelids, way into the distance. Inhaling from far away, from the horizon, underneath the fingernails, down the fingers and out through the palms. This is your image. Breathing in from far away. Look into the back of eyelids, far away. Underneath the fingernails, down the fingernails, down the fingers, out through the palms. Easy breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. You should now feel the hands getting much warmer. If they aren't already warm, they should be getting much warmer now. If they're not, then just continue this practice of yogi, palms together, breathing in underneath the fingernails and out through the palms. And next, bring the hands apart, maybe 6 inches, 8 inches. Continue the same practice. Now, most important, the fingers are close together, not this. This is a mistake. Fingers together. Inhaling from far away, underneath the fingernails, down the fingers, out through the palms. At the same time, imagine you're pushing your hands together and pulling them apart, but don't move them. Push them together, pull them apart. And then you begin to feel some sort of resistance, like pushing the 2 north ends of a magnet together, and you feel how it repels each other. Keep that going. Don't move your hands. Push them together, pull them apart. Feel the 2 north poles of a magnet pushing. If you can feel this, this is direct experience of ki. Keep it going. Keep those armpits open. And then finish, you just blow and finish. So, how was that? Did you feel anything? And there's one question, maybe. Let's have a look on chat. What are these sounds for? Very good, Chris. Okay. These sounds are to generate internal ki. They're there to vibrate, particularly the internal organs, but also the joints, between the vertebrae of the spine and the joints of the body, to release the stagnant ki, or in our style we call it jaki. When we release the jaki, the body turns to Sei Ki, hence the name of the style, Sei Ki, or Sei Ki Uzuki. Sei Ki Uzuki is universal, Sei Ki, universal ki. Uzuki is the power of the spiraling energy. One of the practices is the spiraling energy body. We're probably not going to have time to do that today, but we're developing the spiral movement in the ki down the arm. Yeah, and you can see how ki, look, see how this spiral, this muscle, yeah. If the elbows open, the armpits open, the ki spirals down the arms, spirals down the legs. Yeah? So creating these sounds generate a huge amount of internal energy and releases the misplaced ki, the jaki. Yeah? Body turns to Sei Ki, universal energy, ordered, yeah, balanced. The energy drops into third point, the lower heart. So that's what these sounds are for, among other things. Any more questions? Or we can move on and do one other practice, I think. And then I'll show you a couple of points, and I think that's probably enough. So, I'm waiting patiently for questions. No questions? That's what I like to hear. Very good. Okay, so let's take this gyoki a little bit further. So let's stand up. And again here. Armpits open, elbows open. Close the eyes and breathing in from far away, underneath the fingernails, down the fingers, and out through the palms. Bend the knees slightly and weight into the balls of the feet. Then bring the hands apart, 6 to 8 inches. Continue that breathing practice. And again, push the hands together and pull them apart without moving them. Imagine that's happening at least. Feel as though the two magnets are pushing against each other. Feel the resistance. If you get that, then this is direct experience of ki. If you don't feel it, then you would do some more of the practices we've already done this afternoon or this morning in the US until you get this feeling. Direct experience. And then again, this time, on the inhale, allow this feeling to expand. Keep the gyoki feeling. If you lose the gyoki feeling, just bring it back and make it a small movement. If you can feel it, then open on the inhale, close on the exhale. Very simple. And now free movement. Very soft. Feel the magnets. Bend the knees. Weight into the balls of the feet. If you're feeling that, then you can move, perhaps step. Keep the armpits open. Keep it going, sink into the groin. So you're sinking into the two lower gates. As you move, one gate opens, the other one closes as you move from foot to foot. Again, this pumping sensation of ki through the body. Bring the hands back to here. And and so there we are, that's one of the other aspects. So we've covered 3 of the 4 aspects of Sei Ki. Spontaneous movement, so it's deep cleaning to get the really stuck distortions out. The misplaced energy is expelled through spontaneous movement. The internal sound, again, generating ki and releasing ki through the body. And finally, gyoki, which is very similar to Katsugen, Undo, but a milder form. So if Katsugen is deep cleaning, then Gyoki is a gentle cleaning. Katsugen is spring cleaning, Gyoki is a gentle dusting, perhaps, something like that. So purifying the body, getting the jaki out, yeah? And allowing the body to become more and more sensitive. The more sensitive the body is, the more you can feel ki, and the more effective it is for clients, for treatments, whether it's a shiatsu treatment or whether it's a Sei Ki session. The more sensitive you are, the more powerful your treatment. And we'll have one more question, so let's see. Textual reference. I can't remember all the sequences. Yeah. Yes, of course. I've given you quite a lot of information actually, and you're not going to remember them all. What my recommendation is just remember the things that you remember and practice them a little bit. I'm going to be doing more Zoom classes actually. Email me and I'll put you on the address list, and you can do some more work on Zoom, or if you wish you can come to Scotland or to France and we can take the practice a little bit further. I mean, this is just a taster of what we do. Or indeed, if you're in the US, I'm happy to come to there too. Yeah. So last thing, I think we're going to finish at 5:30. So I'd like to show you a couple of points. Yeah. So this is for Shiatsu practitioners and for Sei Ki practitioners. And for that, I'll get my wife to come and I'll demonstrate. But let me show you first. My personal view is that this point I'm going to show you is the most effective point in the whole body. It's actually 2 points, and it's right there in the head. Yeah. So from the center of the eyes, yeah, and from the side of the ear, and where those 2 points meet, or where those 2 lines meet, these are really powerful points that go in to the pineal gland behind the eyebrow center. It also balances out the right and left side of the body, and it's also a point or points to instigate spontaneous movement. The body starts to release when you work on these points. It's not exactly the same as a shiatsu. You don't press too hard, just feel the point. Yeah, I'll show you in a moment. Yeah, but the practice we just did a moment ago, Gyoki, this movement is exactly the same when we have hands on. It's exactly the same. There's no difference. So you feel the pulsing between your hands. If we can get the spiraling energy going, and then the joints of the hands start to open and close. So yeah, all the joints of the fingers start to pulse when you've got hands on. And it's very, very effective when you have hands on. Also off the body. So we do work off the body sometimes too, but only spontaneously. Yeah. When you get a resonance, when you make contact with somebody and there's a real resonance, at that point, there's not 2 bodies anymore. There's just one movement of ki. It's a bit like 2 ballroom dancers. When they're dancing, there's not 2 people anymore. There's just one movement as they spin around the room. It's exactly the same with the Soho session. Yeah? It's not really a treatment at that point. It's a sharing experience. Although there is one person guiding and one person is the client. Or a bit like the tango, when the tango. So the man in the tango, he guides, which allows the woman to express herself. And it's very much like Seiki Soho, like the treatment session. So the person who's doing the treatment is the guide and allows space, yeah, for the patient or the client to express their ki, to release their ki, and the body to find balance, internal balance. So that's the idea. But if you don't get the proper resonance and you haven't got this pulsing sensation, then nothing much is going to happen. So this is kind of step on from just traditional shiatsu, where we just press the points. Yeah, we have to be aware of our own body. Open the armpits, open the elbows, feel the 4 gates. Then our ki really flows. And then you don't have to do quite so much. You don't have to work all the meridians and all the points. None of that is necessary. So this is a development from Kishi Sensei. Yeah, where his treatments were only, I don't know, half an hour, 40 minutes at the very most, sometimes only 20 minutes, depending on what happened in the session. Yeah. When I started Shiatsu, traditional Shiatsu, I did all the meridians, all the points. And then I moved on to Zen Shiatsu. At that time, Paul Sasaki was teaching, just do 2 meridians. Yeah, the most Kyo and the most Jitsu. Do the Hara diagnosis, then the 2 most Kyo and Jitsus, that's enough. Yeah. And then working with Kishi for the last, well, since 1992, he didn't worry quite so much about meridians and points, get the resonance, get proper connection, and the points start to show by themselves. People start to change, people start to move, and then you can see the point manifest, and you can go there and feel, stimulate, or make space for it, and that's how we work. So it's slightly different. I hesitate to say more advanced, because who's to say it's more advanced or not? But it's more subtle, let's say. And for me, much more effective, much more powerful. And I don't get so tired. If I was doing 6 or 7 full shiatsus every day, by the end of the day, I'm exhausted. Working this way, maybe I'm exhausted, but not quite the same sort of exhaustion. And I feel really energized. Yeah, because if I meet them on that level, remember, yeah, it's not 2 bodies anymore, it's 1 body. So myself and the client is expelling the JKA, the misplaced energy. So that's the idea behind it. Yeah. Also, we work off the body spontaneously. So all our practice in the treatments is a spontaneous practice. We have no fixed idea. We don't do a diagnosis. The treatment is the diagnosis, if you like. You can see things change and manifest as you work, and you guide that person, yeah, to release. So, for example, let me explain. Say, for example, someone had a shoulder that was stuck like this. The traditional idea is to give it a good go down, push it down. That's it. The next day, it's back up again. And then another treatment, loosen it off, and then slowly back down. A couple of days, back again. In our style, if this is happening, we allow the movement to go the way it wants to go. If it's going up, let it go up, let it go up, let it go up. It will reach a point where it can't go any further. The only way that it can go is back down. Yeah. So this is the idea. Make space, allow the distortions to express themselves to the point that they can't go any further and they have to correct themselves. And this is directly from Kishi's experience. And also from my experience. So we make space, allow people's distortions, and it balances itself. And they also recognize, yeah, they recognize these distortions, releasing. Okay, so one more thing, it's 1:15. I'm going to get my wife, and I'm going to show you these 2 points, and then we can do some question and answer. So just one moment, bear with me. So this is my wife Beverly, and she's been practicing Sei Ki Shiatsu first. She came to my Shiatsu school in the first year, and then after that got more interested in Sei Ki, and she's been practicing Sei Ki now for 27 or 28 years. Okay, anyway, it says that. And sideways fast. So, whether you're interested in Sei Ki or not, whether you want to do more Sei Ki or not, this, even if you're Shiatsu practitioner or not, yeah, these 2 points in this position is very, very effective. So we stand, again, by the side of the ear, this line, and from the center of the eye, and where those 2 points meet, right there. Again, we feel this gyoki feeling. So I hold with this part of the hand, these in there, this is a very sensitive area. So we're feeling this gyoki sensation. Yeah? And the thumbs are on those points. We're not pressing really, yeah? We're just feeling the pulsation of the head. Yeah. So side of the ear with the middle finger. Find those 2 points. feet apart, bend the knees, my weight into the balls of the feet. Open the elbows, open the armpits. And again, that gyoki feeling we did. I'm not pressing, I'm just feeling, and immediately Beverly's head starts to move. So I'm following her movement, and she feels me following her movement, which is like me guiding. Okay. And so as our arms open, the key changed, yeah? So at that point, I made Kimi, Kimi on the point. Kimi is difficult to explain, but I extended my key through my thumbs and boom, and our hands moved, so something opened, yeah? I can't explain how to do that on Zoom, I'm afraid, yeah? And it's something that happens spontaneously. We don't do it, we allow it, yeah? Sometimes it manifests and sometimes it doesn't, but Kime on particular points is a very important aspect of our work. But it's not something that we do. It's something that we allow to happen. Yeah? As my ki moves down into my hara tenses, and the ki comes through my thumbs in to revelate the moment or another client. So let me show another way to work those points. So if you just lie on your back. Yeah, just put your feet up like that. Okay, good. Okay, you see. So in Caesar, if you can, be comfortable. So have your elbows on the floor. Again, the middle finger around the side of the ear, thumbs directly behind the eye. Again, the gyoki feeling between the hands, between the arms, feel it in the chest, and just feel what's happening in the thumbs. And I'm going to follow her movement. And you can see her breathing change. Something's happening. Her body's beginning to open up. Yeah. Spontaneous movement is happening. Katsuganubu is happening. So the body starts to release. And so that was only on one point. Although, albeit this is a really important point, really powerful point. And just about everyone, the body starts to open. So, actually, this is that. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so there we are. That's 20 past. Let's just finish off with the Kotodama again. A, O, U, E, 3 times. The A is rising energy. O, we bring it down into the floor of the hara. So the hand movement down, you can feel the ki coming down. U, feel it resonate in the heart center. E, feel it resonate in the throat, in the central channel. And then E from the eyebrow center out to the sides. A, O, U, E. Let's try 3 times, 1 breath. Breathe in. Breathe in. Last one. Breathe in. And again, feel Gyoki. Feel the magnets repelling palms and fingers. Okay, and open the eyes if you haven't already opened your eyes. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much. And so there we are. And if you have any questions, I'm very happy to answer them. So, how was that? How was it for you?
It was great. Feel so much energy. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Kimiko.
So
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, so does anyone have any questions? Any comments? Anything they'd like to share? I'd be very happy to hear.
I think we are very, very happy. No questions.
No
Just
questions.
gratitude, quiet, a key cleanser, cleaner. Thank you so much, Keith.
Well, I enjoyed it. It was a pleasure.
Great. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. We look forward to seeing you next time, which is October 22nd. Thank you, Keith. Have a great weekend to everybody.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, there's one question. Hang on. Let's see.
Yes.
Before we go.
Okay.
No questions, just gratitude. Okay, well, quite a key clearance.
You're so
Excellent.
happy. Thank you so much energy.
Good. So I'm very happy if you want to contact me. Please email me if you've got any questions or you want to join me work that way a little bit more. And I'm very happy to talk to you. So thank you very much. Love from Scotland.
Yay! Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Again.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.